Hello, my viewers. Welcome to Experience Abroad. So today we have a very good topic. So we are going to discuss education in Norway, which is completely free. Yes, you heard it right. I know this is a very important topic for many people, especially those who have been looking for scholarships, right, left and center. This is a good opportunity for you. So make sure you listen all the way to the end. Some of the things that I will be discussing in this video is going to be school and visa requirements. I'm also going to discuss application process. And in the course of this video, I'll also be discussing some of the schools that you can apply to. So please, if you are visiting for the first time, make sure that you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post the next video. Let's get started.
Won't you take me home? Give me with your fire.
Hello my viewers, welcome to Experience Abroad, a place where we give you all the information that you need to know about the latest news abroad. We have a lot lined up for you. Please stay tuned and thank you.
Your fire. We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky.
Welcome back my viewers to Experience Abroad. So as I said before, this is a place where we give you information on the latest news abroad and also the opportunities available like this one that you're just about to explore. Also we give you inspiring stories and experiences from people who live abroad. So let's get down to business. I'm going to be starting with the application process for the school. But one thing I would like to mention just before I start is it's very important to make sure that you research on the schools that you're going to apply to, because most of the schools in Norway uses Norwegian as their language of communication. So if you want to study, for example, in a program that uses English, make sure that you research first and make sure that the course that you'll be taking is available in English. So number one requirement for the school application is official transcript. So if you're applying, for example, to a master's program or a PhD program or an undergraduate program, make sure that you have all the official transcripts. That's what is required. They have to be sent to the school directory. Number two, you require to show proof of English proficiency. So make sure that you show proof that you studied whatever course whatever you did before in English. That is required. Number three, you require to write a resume. Most of us who come from East Africa, we call it curriculum vitae or CV. So make sure that you write a very competitive resume, and that is one of the requirements. But this is not a requirement for all of the schools or all the universities that you'll be applying to. It depends on the school. So it depends on the schools that you'll be applying to. Number 4 is a statement of purpose, and this especially for those who will be applying for PhD programs. You'll be required to have a statement of purpose, so stating why you're applying to that university, what are your interests, and things like that. Number 6, you need to know the application deadlines. Most of the schools in Norway opens the application in around October and closes in December or January. So this depends on individual schools. So make sure that you are able to clarify depending on the school that you are going to apply to. All this information most of the time is available in the school websites. So make sure that you do not miss out on this very important information. So it's very, very important that you check the information. But as I said, they all open mostly in October and closes in December or January. So once you are given the admission letter, so if you apply, you follow these instructions and you do your application. So the next process that is going to be is the visa process. And so the admission letter always prepares you well for the visa application. It is usually very detailed with all the information that you need. And some of the things that I would like to give you a heads up are: 1, you need to show proof that you can sustain yourself in Norway during the duration of your study. This is very important for you to secure a visa to Norway. So make sure that you show proof that you can sustain yourself. And this one is a bit different from other countries, because in most of the countries, when you'll be applying for a study visa, they will be asking for a bank statement to show proof. But for Norway, it's completely different. You have to deposit an amount in a Norwegian account. So it's not like something that you'll be going and saying, I have this amount in my bank, or this is my bank statement. They do not accept those. You have to show proof by depositing a certain amount in Norwegian account. And this amount is a specific amount. For example, the Catherine changes with different years. So different years have different Catherine. So the most recent one was you have to deposit roughly about 15,000 US dollars. So that's about 1.5 M Kenya shillings. I'm Kenyan, that's why I'm converting that to Kenyan shillings. So make sure that you have proof of that. So what happens, because I know some of you, most of you could be asking, like, how do you deposit money in Norway when you are not sure if you're going to get a visa or if you don't have an account? What happens is, when the school sends you an admission, they send you a specific account in the school that you're supposed to deposit that money. And remember, that money is not school fees. That money is the money that you're going to be using and that's going to sustain you when you're going to be in Norway. As I said, there's no fee that you pay in Norway at all in school. You don't even pay for application fee. It's totally free. But you have to make sure that you have money to sustain yourself during the duration that you're going to remain in school in Norway. So this money is paid to a specific account in the school. So once you get to Norway, they usually, the first few days, 2 or 3 days, they will give you a card that have a portion of that money for you to use. And once you settle down and open a bank account then they deposit all the rest of the money to your account. That's how it works. So for you to secure a visa to Norway, to study in Norway, you have to make sure that you have proof of deposit of 15,000 US dollars to a Norwegian account. That is a requirement. Number two, you have to show proof. You have to show proof of a place that you're going to stay. And for this, you're supposed to book for a place ahead of time. This can, sometimes the school will give you their suggestion. For example, they have an affiliate called SIS, that is SIS. They send you that link. So you can click on that link and try to look around for a place, an apartment. And also you can also decide to look for yourself in a place called, there's a link, finn.no. So if you click that link, you can, that's a website that can help, that you can check for a place to rent. So before going for your visa interview, you have to make sure that you have secured a place to stay. So once you have made sure that you have deposited that amount in a Norwegian school account and you have a place to stay, then the next step is to pay the visa fee and book your visa interview. The visa fee is about $650 US dollars. That's roughly about 65,500 Kenya shillings. So that is the amount that they charge for their visa, which basically includes many other things like work permits. So when you get to Norway, you don't have to pay for that. And just to give you a heads up, you are allowed to work as a student for 20 hours per week. So that means that when you get for 20 hours per week, that means in a month you can work for about 80 hours. So that's really good because it will help you like have money to sustain yourself even in the future. But as I said before, that money that you're supposed to have at the beginning to show that you're going to sustain yourself is very important. And it doesn't matter if you're coming with your family or not. Yes, you can travel with your family as long as you're able to show proof that you're going to sustain yourself in Norway without becoming a burden to the government of Norway. So as I said, if you have met all the requirements, then the next step is to go ahead and book your visa interview. As I said, the fee is $650. And so the next step is to go to a website, udi.no. NO stands for Norway. That's where you book your interview. Most of the Norwegian embassies prefers to you to pass through the VFS. So for example, for those who are doing it, who would like to do this in Nairobi, there's a VFS office in Westlands. So that's an office that collects all the documents and all the requirements, and then they send it direct to the Norwegian embassy. So from there, the embassy communicates with you to ask you to attend the visa interview. For example, during the time of COVID, so many of the candidates or the students were performing their virtual interview through the VFS. So they would travel to the VFS offices, and so they would conduct their virtual interview from there. I don't know how it's being conducted now. I hope things have improved, but that is the process. Finally, I would like to highlight to you some of the universities that you can check for those who would like to apply to the undergraduate, masters, and even the PhDs. So there are a number. I'll give you about 10, so you can explore others. As I always say, that this channel only brings you information, but it's your duty to go and explore this. Don't make final decision based on this information. Go and explore more and get more information that's going to help you to make a solid decision. So some of the universities that you should be exploring are one is Bergen University. Please pardon my pronunciation because this is most of them are Norwegian. So Bergen University is it has no English programs for undergraduates, but there are some for masters and PhD. They usually open the application on 1st of November to 1st of December. So make sure that you know which universities that you are applying to. Number 2 is University of Oslo. I've not arranged these universities in any order, so just you know. The University of Oslo is one of the very famous universities. We know it's known around the world. This university also has no programs in English for undergraduates, but there are programs available for those who are doing their masters and PhDs. They usually open the application in October up to December. So number 3 is University of Tromsø. This university offers some English programs for undergraduates, so make sure that you check that. And also it has programs for those doing their masters and also their PhD. Number 4 is Norwegian University of Science and Technology. Norwegian University of Science and Technology. They open in October up to 1st of December. They do not offer English programs for undergraduates, but they do offer English programs for PhD and masters. So the other university that you'll be considering is Norwegian University of Life Sciences. So this one has some courses for undergraduates in English, and it has the same for masters and PhD. They open the applications in October, 15th of October up to 1st of December, about 1.5 months. So the next university that you'll be considering is University of Stavanger. This is another famous university. So this one have no undergraduate program for English, so you can only apply to a master's and PhD program. So they open their programs on 1st of December to January, 10th of December to 10th of January. So it's only 1 month. Number 7 is the University of Southeastern Norway. The University of Southeastern Norway, they have some bachelor's program, so check it out in English, and also masters and PhD. They are open in October up to December. Number 8 is Oslomet University. This university is kind of an exchange, offers some exchange programs. Check it out. They open from 15th October to 15th of December. Number 9, we have University of Agder. This university opens They have some few bachelor's programs in English, check it out too. And also they have the same in PhD and master's level. Number 10 is Nord University. It has for both the undergraduate and the postgraduate, that is master's and PhD. So those are some of the universities that you should be considering applying to. But there are so many others. Make sure that you explore them. So my viewers, just in conclusion, as I said, education is free in Norway for all public institutions. So if you're planning to go to a private institution, that's a different case. But just know that education is free for all that are planning to study in public institutions. So it's such a great opportunity, especially for those who would like to pursue education abroad. I know it is very expensive. For those of us who live abroad, understand how expensive it is to study abroad. For example, in the US and even in Canada, you have to part with about $15,000 to $30,000 every year as an international student. So this is a golden opportunity. Make sure that you utilize it. It's very, very, very important. And that's why I bring you all this information so that you are able to do the right thing. So my viewers, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post the next video. See you in my next video. Bye.